Hey guys, this is Ranchin here, bringing you all stuck of commentary, now with 20% more pineapple juice. This is going to be Effort versus Midas set 2, round of 16 of the Bigfile MSL 2010 quarterfinals. I think I already said that actually. Round of 16, yes! Good stuff. This is going to be a triathlon. At the 4-cock position in red as the third player, we're going to have Effort. 12-cock position in blue as the third player, we're going to have Midas. Looking forward to this. Midas, of course, as always, bringing us his good old usual creative self, being fun and good and godly. And Effort, of course, being his solid self for the most part. Of course, still has a lot to prove. I feel wants definitely hungry for an MSL title. I think now he has an OSL one, so prove that he's not just a one-hit cookie. I don't even know if that's a saying. One-hit wonder, something. I don't know. One-hit cookie sounds more fun. But yeah, I really hope that both of these guys become more staples of the MSL from now on. We haven't really seen Effort doing much in the MSL, and Midas had a nice run to the round of 8 last season. And I think, unfortunately for him, facing off against Effort here, 1-0 under, only one loss away. He's not in the best of positions, although he's a resourceful guy that really can bring out a lot of funky stuff. Really, sometimes when people have doubted him in the past, really has brought up some of the best of him. But whatever happens, I really hope that he becomes a permanent staple in the in the MSL from now on. Getting to the round of 16, being in the round of 32, because really I enjoy his playing style, I enjoy his quirkiness. But yeah, in that round of 8, back in the Hanadaito MSL last season, I really think that the first set, despite him being just completely rolled over by Jaedong, he really played. The first set was one of the best games of StarCraft in that Hanadaito MSL. So if you haven't watched it or just kind of forgot what it was like, go watch it. It was really, really good. Let's see. Effort going to go for a 12 hedge here. He's going to play economic play. This is a triathlon 3-player map, so definitely safe enough to go for this here. On the opposite side, I don't really see any barracks being put down here by Midas, so it does seem like he's going to go for a 14 command center. And thankfully for him, Effort went for a 12 hatch, so he's not going to be paying the price, I think. Now, it depends a little bit, but I think Midas overall is going to be safe enough. Just get troops out there fast enough. Do see Terran players occasionally follow up a 14cc with double racks right away just to try to get those Marines out there as fast as possible before they start taking up. So that might be safe. Drone being sent out there for Effort. I'm really looking forward to see how he reacts to this. Now, he might go... right there, see a barracks on the ramp. He might go for some aggressive maneuvers. Basically try to rush it to Midas and hope to catch him off guard, because Midas is going to be a little bit out in the open. He's going to be a little vulnerable. It's good for him that it did actually not go for this 14cc beyond those eggs, because if Mutalisk came out, they would just completely rape that location. But Effort actually instead opting to expand again as he spots this out with his drone. Decides to do that. I think this might be a kind of a modified 12 3-hatch muta build, instead making it into a 3-base muta build. Just might as well put down an extra base since I'm safe enough to do that. Still think Mutalisks are going to be his tech of choice as it comes up, but I'm not altogether too sure he's going to try to rush it as he's going for this economic play. Really like the fact that actually enjoy the fact that both players went for natural expos instead of the secondaries beyond the eggs, because beyond the egg play does keep you very safe from ground. You can kind of like wall off your ramp and block it off, and you're going to be very safe from ground forces. But on Zerg's early vulture drops, which are not going to be coming, but this is because this is a 14cc early economic heavy economy build from Midas. That means that vulture drops are strong against that extra base. It's going to be vulnerable to that, but that's not going to be coming here. On the opposite side, the 14cc to the base beyond the eggs, basically the secondary, is very vulnerable to Mutalisks, because early on you're only going to have your turrets to defend. You're going to need 3-4 turrets covering a large area overall, unless the Mutalisks, even the Mutalisks with that, if they're not perfectly placed, they're going to be able to go in there. Mutalisks going to be able to pick off the turrets and just rape SCVs all day. Academy going to be coming up now here for Midas. He's just going to work on those upgrades as he tries to get his Marine forces up. Should have a bunker up at the front just to be safe. He's still hasn't gotten the SCV up on that ramp, so he definitely wants that comsat station to get the comsat that main and maybe comsat the lower left-hand position, just to see if Effort did indeed go for the lower left-hand base. Lair now up for him as well. So he's going to start working on his tech. Do assume it's still going to be for Mutalisks. But he doesn't really have anything to defend at this point. I think Midas is just going to go out there, get a few Marines, get medics out there as well, and just going to go out there and force down a few sunken colonies. So we're going to be seeing some very standard stuff overall, except with slightly different starts, because instead of a 1-Rex in Expo and a 2-hatch Muta build, or rather 3-hatch, I'm sorry, 3-hatch 2-base Muta build. We're going to be seeing a 2-base, 14cc to 12-hatch 3-base Muta build stuff. There is a Spire coming up at the natural expansion with that second extractor on the way. I think that Spire location, also an Evo chamber, so he's going to start working on his ground force upgrade, so he might transition into lurkers as the game goes on, or just stick to zerglings, depending on what exactly the situation will be. Scans on the way, so consultations on the way, so we're going to be seeing some scans there. And I think the Spire at the natural was more to maybe hide it from a scan, because I find it more likely that the scan's going to come at the main and the lower left, and depending on where you go. So I think might be expecting the tech to be hit at the lower left instead. Bunch of 4 sunken colonies at the front. Midas, not quite sure where this is needed, but I actually see where the effort is coming from. No zerglings on the ground for him. I think 2 that were killing eggs at his lower left-hand position, but not much else, or rather anything else except for drones to defend this natural position. So he knows he's gotten a strong economy. He's still getting drones out there, so he just wants to be damn sure. Those drones, of course, being built actually more to compensate for those sunken colonies being put down. But he definitely wants to make sure that he's safe and that Midas can't break through. And with these four sunken colonies, Marines are definitely not going to sacrifice anything to try to get this done. Zergling is still trying to break through those eggs. Going to take a while before they can really enforce anything. Turrets are going to be on the way. Bunker here at the front. And don't see any turrets at the back. Okay, I do see one turret at the main, not too much. And I'm just don't thinking that Midas really expecting any early Muta attacks. He's going to be fairly safe from that right now. Has a starport readying itself as well, so we're going to see probably him, most likely going to be see him taking up all the way to Science Vessel's upper left-hand expo here beyond those eggs. Nice move here by effort to go for that. Also a production hatchery, so he's really going heavy macro. A couple of Scourge going out there to act as a spotter and maybe snipe anything that might be coming out of a starport. But yeah, really, really risky play for him. Effort going for quick and Queen's Nest. Very defensive play. He's going to be putting down a bunch of sunken colonies. Scourge kind of flying by, getting shot at by Marines. But the only thing he has at the front right now to defend our sunken colonies. Additional barracks being added. And I think there was a building canceled there by Midas. Might have been a science facility. Not too sure. Marines going to just mill around across the map. And Midas going to hit the macro button right now, try to get some more forces out there, working on his upgrades as well. It's going to be really interesting exactly to see how this game develops, because I don't think, with effort putting out an additional sunken colony, I still don't think that Midas going to be able to break through this, but I think he's going to just go work on his tanks right now and try to get those out there really quickly. Effort having the upper left-hand position, and Midas might not spot this for a while, because he's going 3 bases. Like, is he really going to go for another one? That might not hit him in his mind right away. But effort going to be able to ride a strong macro wave unless he gets broken, because Midas is going to have a window of vulnerability of efforts, because effort doesn't really have much in the way of troops. Has these Mutalisks, which could end this forward attack right here. Hive already in the way, so defowlers are going to be worked on. A lot of upgrades on the ground force are being worked on as well. Medic Marines out there, no weapons 1 upgrades yet, but it's going to be the tanks that are going to do the damage. Not quite sure if he has siege tech ready yet. More second colony is going to come down. Tank just going to sit there and... apparently he's going to wait on that siege tech because it's not ready yet. Mutalisks are going to be the threat. If the Mutalisks get to that tank, this attack is going to be snuffed out. There are going to be more tanks coming out to reinforce, but really Midas has to defend. Siege tank going to come up. Mutalisks going to come in very close. There's nothing to defend. Medic Marines not close enough to the tank. Not meant to get the shots off. Tank goes down. SCV desperately trying to repair it. And they put their heads up SCV, but yeah, Midas just losing that tank was pretty bad. Very nice plan for him overall, but not in the best position. Another tank out in the open. That's going to go down. Yeah, Valkyrie in play. Wow. Did I miss the armory? I think I missed the armory. Maybe saw the armory, but just forgot to point it out. I think I missed the armory, yeah. But yeah, so instead of going for science vessel, going for Valkyries instead. 2 Valkyries flying out there. You don't want to have them flying around. Why did you stop them? Midas, why did you stop your Valkyries when your Medic Marines were really close by and you could just flew them over and the Mutas will take a bunch of Medic Marine fire? Now you have 1 half-health Valkyrie following around a gigantic group of Mutalisks. That is just not smart. Interestingly enough, Midas is actually putting down turrets in front of the natural expo, kind of to help with this Muta problem a little bit, but I don't think just those are going to be able to deter Midas here. Effort also going to be able to put down those more sunken colonies there at the back. Just not getting additional gas from the upper left-hand base until he can saturate it. He needs some more troops out there. Valkyrie right on top of that tank, but Zergling is also coming out there. Mutalisks and those Zerglings just ripping through that tank, and Midas is losing all of his important units, the units that would make